right, everybody, hope you got your coffee going. I certainly have, and I'm hoping it does not fall out of the cup holder like it did in the last video. However, we're going to continue coffee and canyons this morning, so join me as we go look for some new canyon roads to enjoy. Everybody, we are in the car and we are going. I am excited. I did a little bit more research, talked with a few more people just about the different roads in the region and things like that, and got some good ideas, got some good spots, and so we're heading on over there. So there's gonna be a little less dilly-dallying, looking around. We're gonna be going straight into some of this action, and just in case the windshield does get foggy or anything, I brought windshield cleaner, I brought the paper towels. We'll be covered this time, so no worries about that. We're heading over now. It's a cold morning for where we're at here today. A cool 40 degrees this morning. So if you hear the BMW chime, it is most likely because of the cold weather warning as we head into this canyon road. But it does not fail to give every BMW owner a little bit of a heart attack in that moment as soon as that noise happens. I remember at one point I kept having actual engine malfunctions and limp mode codes and all this stuff, and it got so bad that my wife already knew exactly what that noise was, and she's like, "Oh, well, that's wrong. Oh, well, that's wrong." Thankfully, we haven't had that code in a very long time, but she already knew. It was like she already had it built into her as well at that point. So it's gonna be a great time. I'm excited to kind of explore this canyon road. So let's jump into the action. Actually, just before we jump into the action, if you like this content or whatever, you have feedback, thoughts, ideas, please do let me know in the comments below, and like the video if you do. If you don't like it, dislike it, subscribe, because I love making this content and I'm super eager to make even more for you. Okay, now let's jump into the action. All right, everyone, here we are. Super excited on this road here. I'm gonna have some portions here where I'm just not talking at all, just to give you some ability to hear the car and things like that. But I mean, starting off here, I'm pretty happy so far with this road. So with this section of road, it's supposed to be even more tight and technical than the road we had driven on last time. So I'm pretty excited on this road more than the other one, just because at least at this point it seems like it's pretty tight and technical, yet not super crazy steep uphill, just because of the issues we were having with open diff. Wow, long right turn hairpin. Looks like we caught up to some traffic here. amazing. That is an amazing section of corners right there. I hope you could hear the car in the background there, because really, I didn't really have to worry about the open diff at all on that section of road. That was amazing, amazing. We had that little spot of traffic that we had to slow down for and pause, but man, other than that, that was great. I want to go back the other direction and just see how this road really is, going both ways, because that was all uphill. And as you know from my last video, if you checked it out, if you haven't, just go ahead and click on one of the videos. But the car was struggling in the last video with the open diff. It just could not handle the uphill portion of the road. So I'm gonna flip around here and we're gonna go the other direction and just see how the car does. All right, heading back the other way here. We'll be hitting some downhill, but man, the views going this way are amazing. I mean, you kind of have to really ignore it and kind of focus just on what you're doing here, but the views are seriously breathtaking from this road. So you'll kind of get to see how it is on the brakes a little bit, but thankfully with this side and going back down the mountain, you're not on the brakes like crazy, so you still have some sections that you can accelerate into, which is ideal for me, like I had mentioned. But it's nice. It's definitely a nice road. So we'll kind of get into some of these portions here, and this is you kind of just drop in, it feels like, and then bam, you got mountains right here, mountain views. And really, it feels so different. It feels like a completely different road heading on the down portion, coming back down it. You have all these beautiful scenery roads, and then these S's right here with these rolling hills. I mean, it is so beautiful. See, rolling through there, I'm just on engine brake, tapping the brake to help get the car in, get the nose in, and we're just cruising through these. I mean, this thing feels almost like it could be a Miata. These fuel coilovers are doing work here. It is incredible. And seriously, combined with this transmission tune from XHP, I mean, there is nothing to complain about here. This thing is just dialed right now. That Sanger tune, they got all that low end power, continues up top. Obviously the turbo kind of dies out after 4,000, maybe 4,200, but you can kind of rev it out so you shift into the right rev range to 45, at least with the stock turbos and stock fuel pump. Now I have a upgraded fuel pump sitting that's going to be ready to be installed at some point, and I have a turbo core that can get sent out for hybrid turbos. But man, I'll be down the road and we'll for sure be hitting up Tim from Tim's Turbos to try and get that thing dialed in. The downhill section's pretty fun too. Honestly, there's no complaints with this downhill section. It's beautiful too. It's not, there's like no trade-off here as far as driving experience. You know, you got the downhill, you got the uphill. It is so good. All right, I had to go back up it one more time. I just There's no other way around it. This is such a fun little road here. This is super tight and technical, like I had said before, but come on, this is good. And coffee still in the cup holder. So if you ask me, that's a win-win right there. Man, this big right-hand turn is so crazy. I mean, just on, you're still turning, still turning, still turning, and then you come out of it and just straight into a left-hander, which then just throws you right back into a tight right-hander right here. It is super fun right here. This is so sick. Super tight left, and then into some S's here. Into a left. Kind of have to go down to second gear here for this left-hand turn over here. Though it is a diesel and it has tons of torque, you still want to utilize that bigger turbo up top. You don't have to stay super high in the RPMs. Nothing above 4,500, but you want at least to get some spool coming up. Man, this is super tight and fun. See, like through that section right there, I was able to hold it in third just because of the speed that I was going through in those corners. But then some corners, it's just not enough. But man, with the diesel, there's so much low-end power that just kind of pushes you out of these corners. It is phenomenal, and the brakes, just loving it. With these right-hand blind turns with a crest, I usually try and keep it calm, but man, whew, that is a fun road to drive on right there, everybody. I'm telling you right now, that is gonna be a staple run right there. I mean, the other two canyons we tried out were fun and all, but shoot, that is fun. That gets your heart pumping. That's a good road right there. All right, that's great. I'm a happy camper. This is an awesome Saturday. No complaints here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everyone that tunes in, it's been a joy, honestly, to make some of these videos. It's something I've talked about forever, but I didn't realize how much I've really loved doing it. I find myself thinking of ideas and just wanting to jump into them immediately and just edit that clip, do this thing, whatever it is, and it's been really fun. I've really had a good time with it, and man, shoot, if it gets me out more to drive my car and to drive on amazing roads like that, I seriously cannot complain. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope you had a good coffee and canyons today, and we'll see. We'll work with the branding of it or whatever. I've so thoroughly enjoyed that portion of it. And so if there's any other videos that you haven't seen that you want to check out, or maybe this is your first video and you want to check out my last canyons video, go ahead and click one of these videos on the side. With that being said, thank you so much. Hope you have a beautiful Saturday, and I'll talk to you later.